Bitmain backs Circle's stablecoin to the tune of $110 million. ICO scams have raised over $1 billion. Goldman Sachs CEO steps down, bestowing a complex cryptocurrency history. A prestigious college in London terminates its ties with IOTA. A lead VC behind Snapchat eyes cryptocurrency. HTC to unveil a blockchain-powered smartphone. And the markets show signs of health as China is about to come online for the week. We've got all your headlines mixed with some daily market analysis. I'm Elio Trades, and your FUD TV Daily Update starts now. Welcome back, FUD Nation. Honestly, looking at the charts, it's so nice to see some green numbers here in the top 10, especially to have all 10 numbers in the top 10 green. We see Tron trying to trudge its way back up to that 9-10 cent mark where it was hitting after it had its big run up. Obviously, it's coming out with its mainnet, so we're expecting Tron to really start pushing its whole technology promises forward, and hopefully we can start seeing some of those DApps pop up soon. There's a lot of good movement up here with a 9% move from Bitcoin Cash, 7.5% from EOS. EOS is almost back up to that $15. It's at $14 right now, about 2/3 of its all-time high. As we switch to our biggest gainers and losers, we have Bytem and Holochain. Obviously, Holo token hot is one of these hot new coins to hit the market. Definitely one of the most widely reviewed ICOs. A very, very cool project. So we'll see how Holo token does as it progresses. Ontology continuing to trudge, getting back to its high. Wakey Chain is our biggest loser, followed by Huobi token, Populous, iExec. But we have less than 10 coins in the red, and one of those coins is Tether, which shouldn't even count. Obviously, it's been very rocky, so it's hard to predict. But hopefully we can start seeing a little bit of bullishness return. I mean, we were doing so well for a while, up to 470 billion. So hopefully we can start getting back there. And of course, we are on the eve, on the brink of releasing so much tech. Tron, Ontology, EOS, so many big projects. I can't even name them all. So we're going to be seeing a lot of releases coming up. And hopefully this bullishness is just the beginning of a lot of good things to come. In our lead news out of the day, we have word that Bitmain has just put $110 million into a new stablecoin being released on Circle's platform. So obviously this is very relevant as we just had the news of Tether printing 250 million new coins just this week. And obviously right as that happened, Bitcoin's price just surged. There have been tons of allegations towards Tether as to misappropriation of funds and that they're not actually holding these funds or that they're not backed by anything. Of course, there was an audit at one point last year, according to BitMEX research, that shows that there was in excess of $3.8 billion in accounts tied to Tether's account down at Noble Bank in Puerto Rico. But this is, again, unconfirmed recently. Of course, we just heard about TrueUSD and their inability to actually peg to $1 as they got listed on Binance. So that's a consideration. Hopefully they can figure that out. But again, we're going to see a lot more entrance into the stablecoin arena because it is quite useful and it does serve a very, very significant purpose here of allowing people to have a sort of baseline. So it's very interesting news, and we'll look for more updates, not only from this stablecoin, but from many other stablecoins. And we also have word that there has been over $1 billion in ICO scams. Almost 90% of all blockchain projects have started from ICO. VCs are late on this. This is like another way that we don't need a sort of central body of authority deciding what innovations do and don't come out. This is a way for us to crowd test our innovations, get the world to buy in, understand and support innovations. However, it's being very much so. However, the reputation of this funding mechanism is being tainted tremendously by what we're seeing as a ton of scams, and this is not going to stop. The only way to make ICO scams truly go away is to educate people about fundamental analysis. How are you supposed to explain to people that's a scam clearly, that's not a scam clearly, if they don't understand what a good project looks like? So understanding how to fundamentally pick things apart, what questions to ask, what holes to poke and where, that's part of the value we try to bring on this channel, and that's something that we think will help avoid, hopefully our audience at least getting dragged into this mess. Now, we just got word that the Goldman Sachs CEO is stepping down, and of course, he's got a very complex relationship with Bitcoin. And now we have what is clearly a revolution of sorts where Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and specifically Goldman having a trading desk is going to become part of the storyline here. And obviously, when you have such an embattled and negative history with an asset or with a trend, then seeing it kind of take over and win, you just kind of have to step away because there's too many sour grapes to kind of move forward through. So this is good. I think this is a positive thing for Goldman, and hopefully this this will bring about a new guard. We'll see how this goes, and we'll keep you updated, obviously, as Wall Street turns crypto. So the issue with the UCL and IOTA happened essentially because the UCL heard that IOTA was putting pressure on researchers who released this report, which came out weeks ago. If you guys remember, it's a bunch of FUD about IOTA's cryptography and whether it was actually able to perform the functions that it said it was, whether there were vulnerabilities. And supposedly, the co-founder of IOTA has actually put forth a lawsuit against these researchers. However, the IOTA Foundation has denounced this act and said that the co-founder of IOTA is not part of the foundation, isn't actively working on the project, has nothing to do with essentially the ongoings of the IOTA Foundation, and that this isn't coming from IOTA. This is coming from a third party who happens to be very much so associated with the creation of IOTA, but isn't actually functionally working there. So there's a kind of interwoven web here where someone who quite clearly has a vested interest in the success of IOTA is challenging the findings of these researchers, but it's not IOTA. So IOTA is denouncing it, but it kind of feels like it's coming from IOTA. I don't know. It's a weird thing. But all we can say is you should never be threatening researchers. Come on, we need to be finding vulnerabilities in cryptography, not punishing the people who do that. We should be rewarding them. You should give them extra IOTAs. Come on, bro. And the main VC behind Snapchat has turned their interest to cryptocurrency, and they're going to be opening up their own fund. This isn't very surprising. It's more of the same. It's just a story about how all the big tech money now is swirling around crypto because all tech is going to start being funded with crypto. It's just how it's going to go down. And HTC plans to unveil a fully blockchain-powered smartphone. Obviously, we know they're going to have some competition with Sirin Labs, who's partnered with Huawei, who's an electronics giant. And now we know that Samsung is going to be integrating with Icon. There's certainly going to be lots of blockchain functionality within phones, but I guess HTC in their mind, because they have this hardware-software layer that's allowing for data to be protected on blockchain within the hardware itself. It's pretty innovative the way they're doing this, but like we've seen with any other phone device or technology device, that whatever features they figure out on one device, they'll figure out a way to sort of approximate it or do something that avoids patents or whatever and gets it on another device. So I think this is just more a story of the things that we love and care about in our consumer electronics coming into the blockchain world. If you guys are new around here, my name's Elio Trades, and we do cryptocurrency videos each and every day on this channel. Hit this subscription button and make sure to touch this bell notification so you're made aware whenever we put out new content. As usual, you know I love catching you guys down in the comments, so let's move this down to the comments and chat it up. I'm Elio Trades, and it's been an absolute pleasure having you with me today on FUD TV, and I'll see you very soon on the next episode.